Introduce myself. My name is Mark Ehrlichs. I am a healer by the grace of God, and this is all that I do in my life. I work with the discomforts people have. I work with the aches, the pains, the chronic situations, the biological, neurological. I also work with the emotional. And so if you've had accidents, I work with that too, where things might be totally out of accord. And most people tell me that something has changed in their life, and that's all that really matters to me, and I love that. We will be having several events coming up, and in these events, this next the every Wednesday, first of all, is the gathering, and this I'll be doing diatribes. I'll be, people have questions, I'll gladly answer them, to the best of my ability, and pertaining to spirituality and also to healing. And also on the 22nd of this month, let me see here, is I'll be giving a mini class on developing your prayer. And I'm not talking about prayer being a religious, expression. I'm talking about every word, every thought, every action is your living prayer. And so that's what I'd like to get into in helping you to develop that and to find that out in your life through trying it out. Then, let's see, at 6:30 at night on the 22nd, I'll be doing the Healing Circle. And I don't see anyone else there. All right. And then on the 28th, for 4 days, I'll be doing a little workshop on the art of scanning. And it'll be a 4-day workshop, an hour and a half a day. And from the 28th, 29th, 30th, and the 1st. So it's 4 days at the end of the month. And if anyone's interested in that, Lynn will have the information up on the website. So please do take advantage of that. And then going into September, on the 6th, I'll be giving another mini class on powerful empath development. So you might want to consider going to that. It's going to be pretty intense. And then I'll be going into another workshop, a course, a study on the 26th of October on experiential healing. And so please do take advantage of those things. There'll be the Healing Circle every other week. There'll be the gathering every week. And does anyone have any questions? Please feel free to ask. I don't know if anyone is here. Hey, Lynn. Good. Yay. All right. And I hope that wasn't too confusing for a lot of people. So that switch over there. And let me see here. There's also, I have appointments with people. That's open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and some Saturdays and some Sundays as well, if people are interested in that. Really take advantage of those things. Hey, Christina, good to see you. Good to see you. And I'm happy you're here. And give my love to Steve and both you guys and your little daughter and your doggy. Love it. And I can't wait till I get to Chicago so we can go out to seafood again. And not seeing food, but seafood. I love it there. I want to go to that Italian restaurant there that you took me to. And I hope everyone is well. If anyone would like me for me to work with them, no one has questions. So if anyone would like me to work with them, I'd be more than honored to. And I'm just going to really ask, that you give a response most immediately of what kind of change has happened. And I would love that. But in the meantime, a lot of people, yeah, there you go, Christina. Yes, thoughts create vibrations. Yes, very, very true. And, uh, you know, our thinking is most powerful, and the more we get into that world of realizing how powerful our thinking is, not only does it create vibrations, the vibrations are emanating forth from us, and the frequency is emanating forth from us, that they're actually affecting something. I remember a study, oh my God, maybe about 20 years ago, 25 years ago, an Israeli university did a study on how the mind affects. But what's coming out of the mind are morphic fields, fields of information. And if they're specified as far as focused in, they had this one fellow who was sitting, they did this with several people, but they had this one fellow that was sitting on one side, and then separating him and the other side was this maybe 9-inch stainless steel wall. And his task was to affect a mechanism on the other side of the wall. And the mechanism would move if he affected it. And so he focused his thoughts, and the mechanism moved. And so, yes, that's only one little proof of that, but we also have it in what we refer to as prayer. And I'm not being in a religious context with that. I'm just saying that prayer is something that is available to us to affect things in our life and the lives of others. It's no different than when I work with a person or have my hands extend to actually touch a person. Most people will actually feel my hands, and it's so true. And it will go deep into the cellular tissue. It'll go into nerves. It'll go into the blood. It'll go into whatever. And many people get affected by that. So we have that availability, and all we have to do is learn to do it ourselves through focus. Yes, it's true, Prachi. And that's how we manifest things in the world. There's thousands of books that are pretty washed away, or thousands of lectures on things that make light of it, and like The Secret and all these other things. And, well, the secret is really, within us and what we desire and what we want to focus on. And that's the true secret. And so we have it within us, and it's available. We're created, it's written in the great book that we're created in the image of God. Man and woman is created in the image of God. Well, if that's true, we then have the ability to recreate in that image. And if that is true, that we're created in the image of God and we have the ability to recreate in that image, then we are therefore co-creators. And so it's within us, and what we're here to do is to discover ourselves, and that's a part of that discovery that we have the availability for. And I hope that makes sense, everyone. And please let me know if you have any questions about that. So yes, thoughts create vibrations, but the vibrations do something. Otherwise, they're just wasted, and they get washed away. Unless we put meaning behind it. And so I hope that answers the question. And yes, Christina, I would love to with you and your family. Any other questions or comments, or I'll just work with people. I'm glad with that too. I have no problems with any of this. Literally no questions. It's the first time, which is kind of neat. So I guess I'm supposed to talk in diatribes, or not talk, but have a diatribe. And yes, makes sense. I have read The Secret. Oh, good. And that's someone else's experience and other people's experiences. Everyone has their own unique experience. And so, whatever your experience is, if you were to really hone in on your experience and live it, then it would take on more empowerment. And as it does, you're in charge. And, you can be creative or you can be destructive. And those are the only two facets of the law of cause and effect, through creativity or through destruction. God answers prayers regardless. The universal mind, will complete a prayer. That's what makes our prayer complete, is that the mind, the spirit of that mind. So, Christina wrote, so to spark ourselves into a deeper connection, it is just as simple as being curious and asking a question to self. Yes. And that's what initiates the understandings of things, is that spark. And when we do spark ourselves in wondering about things, and it's available to us as a tool. And it's through the wondering about things that we get answers, that we get understandings. No different than I always tell everyone, almost all events that, all events that, the deeper you wonder about something, the more we're going to perceive of something. Just like you're in the shower, or you're doing the dishes, and all of a sudden you have an aha moment. We're going to get an answer or an elaboration on something that we didn't even know the answer to or the elaboration of. So it's going to be shared with us, because our desire in that wondering about something is going to be made available to us. And so, I love that. So we all have availability to it, but the more life we give to it, the greater and more often that happens. I truly hope that makes sense. So, please, is there anyone with any more questions? I'd love to answer questions. And for the first time, no one wrote any ahead of time, which is okay. It's fine. And I will work with people tonight. I have no problem with that. I love it, matter of fact. Christina, what's happening with your neck? And is there anything I can help you with that? Please, and please feel free to share. And Prachi, also, is there anything that I can try to help you with, or Lynn, or anyone that you would like me to work with? Jane, is there anything, or Mariko, that I can try to work with, even as far away as Japan? And what I do when I do work with people, please understand, is, in a sense, it all involves scanning, because I'm perceiving the information. Prachi says, do feelings have an impact to these thoughts, or do they come in a way or a connection to the deeper self? Feelings are in our world with people. They're mostly emotionally based, and so they're not going to be complete when they're emotionally based, and they're just unless there's another kind of feeling as well. But just to complete my thought, the feelings that we have being emotionally based, they're kind of chaotic, and they waver. They don't last in the emotions, because we're going through a dynamic time in emotional response. But the other feeling you're referring to, I think, do feelings have an impact? When you sense something, they do have an impact if you know what to do with that particular feeling. We can control the sense that we're getting, that we're calling feeling. And we can, one of several things, accept or reject that sense. If we were feeling something from someone else, we don't have to take it on in our life. I remember, and I told this story before too many a time, one time I was at a party, for a lot of people were there, and then I was just mingling around and talking with a few people and people coming up to me and stuff. Then all of a sudden I had a thought that wasn't my thought. And I knew it wasn't mine because it felt awkward in me. And so I thought I'd play with it and I wanted to hone in on it. And I perceived through scanning, I perceived, and the intuitive is the scanning, and scanning is intuitive. So I perceived where the thought might be coming from. And then all of a sudden I turned around like that and looked at the person behind me, maybe about 15 or 20 feet away, and I looked at them very objectively, and they put their head down like this. They knew that I was picking up on their thoughts. So we can perceive these things. And they do have impact on people. But as we become conscious just a little bit, then we can perceive these things and not accept it into us or be creative with it. And that person later came up to me, apologized, and because they had the impression that I was reading their mind. And I just had the overall perception of the thought. And I don't read minds. I don't know of anyone that reads minds. I know people that can hear other people's thoughts, and you can actually develop that through this, the exercises of focus, of concentration, and living the art of what you're doing. You can perceive that. And then people, in some way or another, it's almost like reading a book underwater of them. You get an image, you get an understanding of it. So it's not all the time either. It's hardly ever that I utilize something like that, or anyone else does. I only know one person, maybe two people in the world that have that capability of doing it full time. And I talked to one fellow who many years ago, about 47 years ago, who came up to me, who was capable of doing that. And he said it was like, and I asked him, well, how do you do this? And I was just a novice at the time. And he said, it's not anything purposeful. He was born with it, but it can be developed, he said. And at the same time, I said, what was it? I said, well, what's it like? And he said, and to prove it, I was thinking, what was it like? I wondered. And he said, well, let me tell you. And he was answering my thoughts. So I knew it was true what he was doing. And so he says, it's like the old transistor radio. And it's like tuning in 5 stations at one time, he said. And that's just, and he was learning how to control it and to work with it in his life. So, let's see. My Uncle Tom, Lynn, my Uncle Tom can use some prayers for his back. Did I work with him before, Lynn? Do you know? Did you ask me to work with him? But I'll gladly do it now. And let me do that, matter of fact. And he's actually had the back situation for a long time, but there has been injuries as well since then, and not even too long ago. And I'll work with the whole back situation. And please do keep me updated if you ask him, see if there's any changes. All right. Yeah, please keep me updated. Yes, it is correct. Yes, thank you so much for verifying that. Uh, Validifying. All right, good, good, good. Let's see. And please write your questions out. Uh, all right, it was better, Christina said, but it's stiff again. Okay, all righty. And also, I have what feels like a pinched nerve on my left side around the shoulder. That's the culmination of everything that's been happening, Christina. And, um, and the blade through the neck. Okay. Please let me know as you might sense something afterwards or if something has changed. Did you mostly feel that pinched nerve today, Christina? And how is it now? And please be candid. Let me know, hon. All right. Mariko says, it's good to see you. It's good to see you too, Mariko. It was raining cats and dogs. Oh my God. I want a Maltese or uh, one of those Pomeranian. No, not a Pomeranian. I want a Maltese if it's raining dogs. And no cats though, please. I don't dislike them. I just don't have any desire for a cat. So let me get a dog. And how do we increase our luck? I don't know. Think good things and be within that mind of that godliness, and your luck will change. You already have good luck. Sometimes we have little spurts where we don't have luck, but go into the mind and just say thank you, God, for everything, or thank you, Creator, or thank you, Boss, or whatever you want, But say it with joy, and you'll see your whole world around you just enlivening, and the luck will be great. Um, Alrighty. Please, any other questions anyone would like me to work with? I'll be more than happy. Please. Prachi, anything, please, you would like me to work with, I'd be honored. Please do ask. And so, there's one particular focus exercise. Yes. So, let me see here. Prachi, is there anything that you would like me to work with, or Lynn, with you, or anything, or uh, Christina, anything with Steve, or your youngin? And please let me know. And I can't see all the other names. Or Jane, let me know if there's anything you would like me to work with you. I'd be honored to. So please let me know. I know there's a delay on this. The pinched nerve has been a while. Felt a lot of swirly cold air. Thank you. I usually have a delayed reaction. Yes, that's true. I remember that well from the old Chicago days. Yes, 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 yes. And Steve and your daughter are good. Um, Anything. Back in the old days, wait a second, you overhealed me for Prachi. Uh, but now we'll be making appointments soon. Good for you. Good for you, Prachi. Yeah, take advantage of that. What I'd like to do is express an exercise to you. This is, it's a really good focus exercise, and it'll help you to perceive. The deeper you take it to heart, this exercise, it'll help you to perceive the it'll develop into perceiving the morphic fields around people and of the fields of information and what's within them. Hey, Tamara, good to see you, my dear friend. Good to see you. And give your hubby my love, please. And so this exercise is fantastic for focus, and it'll help you develop into a form of spirituality that be more intuitive and perceptive, not only within you, but around you as well. And what you do is you take a candle and you put it up against a wall on a table with something fireproof underneath, and you light the candle and you have a chair in front of it and have it against a blank wall. And when you light it, as it's lit, what you're going to do, you're the one with problems. No, you don't even have problems. You'll see. Those things would kind of just vanquish out of your life. But you'll see that as you're looking at the flame, keep focusing on it. And you're going to want to be distracted a lot, but don't allow yourself to be distracted. Just focus on the flame, and you'll kind of see around the top part of the flame, watch for a red color around the flame. And hold that for maybe, as you keep trying it, you'll be able to hold it longer and longer and longer. And hold it for maybe about 15 seconds. And then watch that flame turn from red to orange, and just keep holding that color. And it'll be difficult in changing the colors, but you'll see as your intent develops, the color of that flame will change. And then watch it turn from red to orange. And then after you hold that for about 15 seconds, watch it turn from orange to yellow. And then hold that for about 15 seconds. And then you watch it from yellow to like a green. And hold that for about 15 seconds. And do this against a blank wall. And from green, watch it go to a light blue. And just those colors. Keep it simple, 5 colors. From red to orange to yellow to green to blue. Only the 5 colors. Just do that. And so, and then if you can do that once a day or even once every other day, do it easily. And don't add anything to it, because then you're watering down the exercise. And if you do it for 2 weeks, for 5 days a week, once a day the most, you can even do it every other day, and it'll be just as effective for you. It will increase your ability to focus, and it will also increase your ability of the intuitive to become more conscious of that. Please, is there any questions about that exercise? It's a great exercise. I've done it many a time over the past, 47 years now. And I know many other people who have done that as well. So it's from one of my old teachings. And also what I highly recommend if you want to increase your ability to focus is the orange focus exercise. That's on my website. And it's the way that I learned it. My teacher taught me. And the exercise is actually for thousands of years old. It's old Tibetan. So if you pursue that and doing it exactly the way it is described in the audio, you'll see. Yes, those exercises will quiet the mind if you do that. And it'll help the mind to develop into the quietness, Christina. But you got to do them in order to find this out. Can kids do this? Yes. Yes, for sure. It will just help their ability to focus tremendously. in their studies, in life, in their spirituality, whatever form it's in. It will help them, Parachi. Yes. 12 and 11 is great for doing stuff like that. And they would love it if they can get that down. And kids should even get it easier. They have less chaos in their minds than adults do. Thanks, Lynn. I put that up. Thanks for putting that up, Lynn. I appreciate that. Please, if anyone wants an appointment with me, Lynn will put up the information. And also, if Lynn will put up the some of the workshop information or classes if they're on the website yet. We talked about it today, so she's developing it for the website to be updated. If she hasn't done it already, I don't know. So, please, any questions? Anyone who would like me to work with them? Anything, please, feel free. Jane, anything. Let's see. Or Lynn, besides your uncle, anything with you, Lynn, please. Or I don't know what. I don't know what else. So please do take, advantage of doing these things. They're very important. The focus exercises are everything. They take you into such a deeper spirituality within you, and they help you to discover yourselves. And that's what it's all about. And, as soon as we get to face ourselves and realize that there's nothing to be afraid of, we find ourselves delving deeper into these things. And it's almost like the old cliche that I once mentioned in Chicago many, many years ago. It came to me, a taste of honey returns the bee. And so take advantage of that. Definitely take advantage of that. And as you do, you'll find yourself developing in ways that you never even dreamt of. The focus concentration exercises are most important for people. And also, please, if you do have the opportunity, do a donation on the website. And it's really a support, because what it does, it's not a donation, it's supporting, because number one, it supports me, but mainly the top priority is that it helps people who can't afford the appointments, and it helps people who can't afford the classes. Please, from your heart, do that if you have the availability and the opportunity to. And whatever it is, from your heart, it doesn't matter what it is. As long as you do something like that, that's all that matters. And it also responds accordingly and helps you. It gives back through the prayer. And all of a sudden we're finding ourselves with more as well. It's a reciprocating action. And yes, Parachi, kids are lucky. No chaos. Well, they do have chaos. They have growing up pains, emotionally and physically. And oftentimes, kids even have back problems, and that's because their spinal column is developing and growing. The muscles are in their bodies are developing and growing, and oftentimes I've met many kids who have spinal problems because of that growth, but they develop out of it as they exercise, as they run around, as they play basketball or skate or do whatever. They're doing gymnastics. It's always developing, and it's accelerating in its development. That's awesome. Tamara, yay! I would love to come back to Phoenix. I would just love to. And I understand that Phoenix actually is getting a whole lot less coronavirus cases there. I look at the charts every day for Phoenix and Colorado. So if by any chance you can get a bunch of people together for appointments or a healing circle or something like that, I would love to do something like that. And I would honor everyone by wearing a mask, but I would still touch or non-touch. And private appointments are just awesome. If you know of a bunch of people, I would just love to come out there, and if they know people, that'd be great. And uh, you know, you and your hubby, I would love it. I miss you too, you both, you guys. God, and that'd be awesome. Prache, did you sense something? My younger one's upper back. I did. My younger one's upper back hurt due to the distant learning. I understand. She's been complaining for 2 weeks. She stretches, but it still bothers her. It's exactly what I talked about, Prachi. It's developing and it needs the movement. It needs the exercise. So if you can get her on an exercise regimen that will help to ease, but at the same time, to ease her body's growth, because that's what's creating it is the growth spurt in her, and she needs the exercise to help balance that out. So, and that's why I had mentioned about the spinal column and the kids growing in their backs. Yes, sometimes I perceive these things, and that's in the scanning, and that's in the emotional fields that we emanate that we were talking about, and y'all were asking about. So yes, and I hope you got my answer on that, Prachi. Um, and I will actually, I can do it right now. I can work on her back as well to help regulate that. But the growth is still going to happen, and there might be some discomfort from it. And if she's around, she may or may not even perceive that something's happening right now, which is kind of cool. There. And I'm most curious if how she's doing. Uh, yeah, it is amazing. It's amazing for me too to be able to perceive these things. Everyone, I'm nothing special. I'm just like everyone else. It's just that I practice these things longer than others. Uh, yeah, tomorrow I would love to come back there. And if you can get some people together in the Phoenix area or talk to Sue, whatever, um, I would I would love it. And it doesn't have to be a whole lot of people; just be some. So, um, any case, uh, what I'd like to do, if you don't mind, is to give you a real gentle exercise. If y'all can just sit back for a moment and just close your eyes, and please, everyone do it. No one's going to be watching or listening or anything else, and you're within yourself. You're private, and nothing to lose. And we can't see you on the Facebook thing here, so no one's going to notice what you're doing or when your facial expressions or anything. So just sit back and just relax and take advantage of this, please. And what I'd like you to do is to everyone. Uh, this is uh, great for your back. Everyone here, um, imagine my hands on the middle of your back, on the spine. Both my hands, one on top of the other on your spine. And just focus on what it might be like if they were. and how it might affect you if they were. And it's okay. It's okay. How they might affect you if they were. There. All right, please, everyone, open up your eyes. And did anyone here, please, um, have an effect, um, experience something within you? Please feel free to share if you did. Um, let me see here. Samara, you are subtly awesome. You keep it simple and don't overact your abilities with dramatic theatrics. I love theatrics, though. It's a show and tell for me. I've done it since Chicago like that for all these years, about 25 years. Show and tell. So let's see here. That is why I trust you. I will keep my ears open for a group. Wonderful, tomorrow. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And please, did anyone experience something happening with their back? Please feel free to express if you want to. Um, Anyone? All right. Well, what I'd like to do is say adieus, our adieus. And I really want to thank everyone very, very much. And your back cracked and something open. Yay! Good, good, good. Enjoy that. It's almost like more life. And that will also, because it happened with you, Prachi, that will also affect your daughter to some degree. Talking about the original conversation of vibes affecting people, yes, yes, that will have an effect as well. You don't even have to mention to her, but if you were to ask her sometime in the near future, well, how's your back now? You might notice that she says a little bit different, or it's not hurting as much, or something. But have her definitely do the exercises. That's really important for, as we talked about, because that's what her body longs for. The spine, it's growing in her. She's young, and she needs that. And she got relief before from it when she was more active, and now she's less active, and now she needs it. Yes, yes. You will affect your daughter on that. Yes. All right. I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. It was a little different than what we usually do, but I enjoyed it. And remember, go to the website or watch on the Facebook group, Spiritual Healing with Mark Ehrlichs, and you'll see different events being announced. We do have the full workshops coming up. Take advantage of them. The next one, the full workshop, will be in a couple weeks, and that's on the art of scanning. In the meantime, in the interim, we'll have other things, developing something or another, the empath within yourself. And so that'll be really important. That's a mini class, a free class. But the course, the art of scanning, is going to be amazing. And anyone who wants to go, let me know, and or let Lynn know. And if you need help, let Lynn know, please. And we'll help you out with that. You guys rock, and thank you so much for putting the hashtag You Rock. I appreciate that. Google loves it because these are going to go up on the YouTube channel, and do feel free to watch that. Yes, and we have the big course as well. Besides the art of scanning, we have the big course on spiritual healing coming up as well. I think it's in over a month or so. And look for that on the website. Lynn will be putting it all up. And I thank you. God bless you. Enjoy. And anyone who wants an appointment, let me know. Blessings to you. Thank you so much.